Let's talk about Kamala Harris and Israel. There's been lots of attention on all the ways she moved left back in 2019, but on the issue of Israel, she's never wavered.
I will always stand up for Israel's right to defend itself, and I will always ensure Israel has the ability to defend itself.
For 20 years, since she was DA of San Francisco and traveled to Israel with the Bay Area Jewish community, Kamala Harris has resisted all pressure and stood strong on Israel.
I was proud to vote for unprecedented security assistance to Israel, almost $4 billion per year, every year that I served in the United States Senate.
In 2017, she took her Jewish husband on his first trip to Israel.
Kamala said, look, you have an obligation, in fact, you have a responsibility to speak out loudly against anti-Semitism.
When she got to the Senate, one of her first votes was actually against the Obama administration, criticizing them for failing to veto an anti-Israel resolution at the UN. As vice president, she supported more aid to Israel than any administration ever. When Israel was under assault by over 300 missiles and drones in April of this year, she played a major role in mobilizing the unprecedented global coalition that defeated the attack and protected Israel. When Harris became the Democratic nominee this summer, there was enormous pressure on her to dilute the pro-Israel Democratic platform, to separate herself from the Biden administration's policies, to put anti-Israel speakers on stage at the Democratic National Convention. She did none of those things. She gave probably the most pro-Israel acceptance speech of any nominee in history.
Because the people of Israel must never again face the horror that a terrorist organization called Hamas caused on October 7th, including unspeakable sexual violence and the massacre of young people at a music festival.
She approved likely the most pro-Israel Democratic platform in history.
At the core of the U.S.-Israel relationship is America's ironclad commitment to the security of Israel.
And she's running on strengthening, not abandoning, our alliances with democracies around the world, like NATO members, like Ukraine, and like Israel. This election, only one candidate has shown a deep understanding and an ironclad commitment to Israel and the Jewish people.
And on this solemn day, I will restate my pledge to always ensure that Israel has what it needs to defend itself.
That candidate is Kamala Harris.